no, I'm ready to get weird, Joe. We're ready to get into it, and this is one. Yeah, maybe a matchup that we have no idea how this is going to play out. I'm thinking maybe a map 5. We were kind of talking about how does the impact of Las Vegas Legion losing impact Røkkr?
Well, they were happy. We were over there. I mean,
I know, but when it comes to the
helps.
gameplay, like, do you worry they're going to let the foot off the gas a little bit?
No, I don't think
now
so,
they're in the driver's seat.
Like, yeah, I think the pressure's off a little bit for them, right? Like, they don't feel like they have to win. I think that helps. You're going up against London. And I will say, while London, you know, they struggled throughout the stage, the 5 matches they played, they had a very difficult stage. They played like a OpTic, LA Thieves, Boston. They were able to take down Legion. It was just not an easy grouping for the London Royal Ravens.
Well, and to your point, on the other side of it, like I think Røkkr, maybe the pressure off could help a little bit in the sense of when we talked to Bance on the podcast, there was a sense of like, we really need to stop second guessing things and play with a little bit of swagger, play with a little bit of confidence. When I was talking to Looney yesterday a bit, same type of thing, like we just need to play with some confidence, which is a very simple thing to say, but a very hard thing to do when you're losing over and over.
Yeah, when you're getting gunned. I mean, that's another part of it. Just speaking on Bance, you know, we saw some frustration from him yesterday, but there were chances against LA Thieves in both of those hard points, just a couple of rotations where, well, yeah, I mean, they just messed up. You have to be better at those money hills. That's got to be the conversation.
Well, I think you said the Forgers, like the 5 to the 1 was like a big part of where they had the issue. I think when I went out and talked to Looney, like same thing, like that transition is what really costed them.
Yeah, and then Hotel P3 twice, both at Kitchen. LA Thieves were able to lock down. It was a 70-point game. Yeah, one of those. Who knows where this goes? But yeah, they have things to work on. Both of these teams are still, you know, with new roster changes, trying to figure it all out. It's just who's going to get on that same page first.
Yeah, I think we'll be focusing on Røkkr just like a little bit more on this, just because that's where the story's at as we get towards the tail end of the season. They're the one in the run to try and get into champs. You know, London not really in that hunt with the way they performed this year, but a chance to play spoilers. But working on, I think, just an audio issue on the stage for a player. As soon as we get that fixed, we're going to be getting into it. But we're going to talk about Nastie a little bit and how good he's been. And, Joe, I know he's been a player that you've really liked over the past few months.
Well, I mean, listen, even with Paul on this team, at the end of last stage, they were looking good. And, you know, we talked about, you know, their OpTic match, you know, at the last major. What happens if that goes differently? It doesn't. But they were looking better and better. And then they make the change for Yuli, maybe everyone a little bit more comfortable. It just felt like, you know, they needed another sub to play with pace with a seam. But again, 1-4. But yeah, Nastie, ever since he's been back on the flex with the AR in his hands, he has just looked so much better. This is what we heard about this guy. I mean, even last year, when he's looked at his best, it was with an AR.
Can you turn it into victory here, though? Play spoilers and come out and maybe shock Røkkr. I know Ali was leaning towards London with the way they've been playing and looking through some of the statistics. But
yeah, she said, yeah, a lot of numbers that were better than Røkkr, but they are the 12th seed. That's
yeah, exactly. Like they found so few wins. Yes, maybe that comes from the fact that they've gone to a lot of game 5s, deep in a lot of series, but you still have to get a win. Yeah. But it's wild to hear that, though, considering they've been like the last in the league.
Yeah, we're going to take a look at our bracket just to update you before we get into the match. Today's all about that bottom side, all the losers round 1, and then we have a losers round 2 match later on today. A big upset for Florida. We just saw Seattle Surge able to survive, but I know a lot of people are looking at tomorrow when LA Thieves versus FaZe. In this environment, in this studio, those two going at it. I mean, World Championship rematch, Major 2 Finals rematch. We've heard the trash talk online. That is going to be a fun one. Hopefully we're over there.
Well, that's why it's been kind of cool. And I know some fans at home, like you wish there was a crowd. You love the sound. But like it's just so much more intimate a setting when you're over there, and you just see the players screaming at each other. And you know, you've had some shouting matches break out and some trash talk that has been fun to listen to, and also just fun to see more player interaction that hasn't happened a lot of the majors. So it's been dope to see. But yeah, fans, that'll be a fun one.
We miss you. We do.
Yeah, we do. 100%. All right, so guys, we're still dealing with the audio issue that's going on the stage. We're going to get going as quickly as we can, but for now, we're going to take a look here at a top 5. We'll be right back.
They're flown in. Last man up is Octane. LaRue gets 2, 3. Oh no! Trade it out. It's a fast one. Standy here to answer the call. Has 1. Calls it up for his teammates as well. He's already in the position. Now it's all about bedroom control. You can already see Kleenex is up there. Has Scrapz to pinch as well. He's seen him dead silence as well. Scrapz not going to know, but gets away with it. Has to keep playing his life. Going to check it in the corner as well. Does eventually find it. 27 seconds left. He's going hunting. He's going hunting. And here comes the fight. Standy opportunity right now for Røkkr to get on it, and they do. They're flown in. Last man up is Octane. Lura gets 2, 3. Oh no! Trade it out. Bance is in there. Simp puts in pretty much every single bullet from that clip of the Vaznev. The final bullet connects with Fred. Ends up striking. Takes down both the tiny tears, and he wants Cellium too. What has Thanos got prepared for us?
He has no dead silence, that's for sure, but he is going to see the shadow of Pred. It does not matter.
But where do FaZe begin to initiate this fight from? Simp once more taken down. Pred extends the spree. That's now going to be a cruise missile earned, and one more on top of it.
I'm watching. I have a trophy. No, they have a trophy. I gotta get it over. They're gonna need me. I'm waiting for nades. What's the way, you guys? You're 2 S1 on top of these guys. That's what defense one guys. B1, absolutely. No, he might be P1 lucky. He might get out. I'm looking at S1.
A little bit too aggressive, and instead, now we're thinking about aces for the rookie.
Wait a minute.
Gonna get shot in the back though. So he shut down a Ghosty for 2. Enough time to plant. Beans completely out of the picture. We got another 1v1 in kitchen.
Another 1v1 in kitchen. Will it be as snaky as the last one? Here comes Beans in the back door. They've not heard a thing. Oh my god, Beans with the knife. No, wait. Beans is on the bomb. I don't believe it. Ghosty's not going to hit his check yet. Oh my god. OpTic Texas take the round.
Hi, I'm Miles Ross, and I'm here in Southern California with this beautiful GMC Hummer EV. I know what you're thinking. Southern California's all beaches and Hollywood. Well, it's also avocados, oranges, and rain. I'm here to pick up Kenny, a member of the LA Thieves, our reigning CDL world champions.
Give it up for Kenny! Back-to-back MVPs! I'm here!
You gotta realize when it's your time to be selfish. I need to be selfish in spots where it's like gonna help my team.
Major 4 coming up right around the corner. Let's see if we can't get him to relax a little. So let's go get him.
Even the world's greatest Call of Duty players have to get outdoors once in a while, so we're on a journey to reconnect them with nature in the revolutionary GMC Hummer EV.
Let's go touch some grass. Oh, we're on the road. Oh, here comes the rain. Excellent.
This year it's rained probably more than it has since I lived there.
When I tell people you live in Los Angeles, they're like, oh yeah, it's like a desert. I'm like, oh, there's more green here.
There's a lot of green.
Real green. So we're here in Southern California. We're about to do some off-roading in this beautiful orange and avocado grove. This is a cool one for me, man, because this is the first time I get to drive this in like my city. It's a cool car as well.
Oh yeah.
And when you see it on the road, you have to look. It's impossible not to.
Be like, all right, sold. I'm going. I'm just sold.
But there you go, GMC. You've got another customer. Now we can talk.
I'm down to talk about anything. I don't care. I don't care. Like if we want to talk about the major.
We have to talk about it.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. But we can ask the hard questions about it. I'm fine to answer the hard questions.
It's over! It's winning into the history book!
I can't believe an LA Thieves versus Vegas game where Vegas take the win.
I feel like this game, for some reason, is like messing up our pacing, and it's something that as the game goes on, it gets easier. So I expect us to have a really, really good Major 4, just because like we know what to do. And I feel like for me, it's just getting comfortable on the map again. So I just like to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
I'm a role player. I like to just fill in gaps and do what my teammate's gonna do.
Yeah.
You gotta realize when it's your time to be selfish. There's people that are selfish and it doesn't help their team win. I need to be selfish in spots where it's like gonna help my team.
The LA Thieves in particular, the whole team, it really does seem like you're a team, you're a family, you look out for each other, you're always having a good time.
Oh yeah.
How do you build chemistry like that?
You build that over time. Because every time you get a new teammate, you gotta learn that person. I feel like that's what a lot of teams don't do. They don't learn each other. How you treat each other during practice, what the practice environment is. For us, we're all basically best friends at this point.
The biggest reason why these guys find so much success together is that they believe in each other.
People always say, like, you're laughing on stage. I think every team should be laughing on stage. But I also feel like you got to be able to lock in. And I think that's one thing our team is really good at doing is you can see us laughing 1 minute, next second we're all locked in.
The LA Thieves have done it! They are your CDL champions!
For LA Thieves to go back-to-back from Major 4 into champs is kind of insane.
We understood that, like, no matter what we did, we just kind of just did it together.
Teamwork is really the driving factor here. That is the most important thing.
100%, especially in this game.
I think there's so many teams that should take as many pages from your book as possible.
I don't think a lot of teams do that. They don't learn their teammates. They just pick up people and like, yo, shoot your gun straight. For me, COD, as a professional, the shooting your gun straight part is the easiest part.
We are in true countryside now. We must be coming up on the orchard. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Look at this. I will say it's a beautiful spot.
Wow.
Here we go. Are we in the right off-road mode? Here we go. Cha-ching. Here it comes. We're off-road. This hill, this is the hardest part. Morning.
Oh. This is actually nuts. That was pretty good.
We had a lot of fun on that one. All right. Tell me the importance of touching grass and sort of resetting the mental.
I feel like it's always joked about, like, yo, gamers need to touch grass, but I feel like it's very, very needed for professionals. Kind of build your confidence back and build yourself back up to what you know you can be.
Here we go, ready to get back into it. Team squared away, audio issue ready to go. Live here from Columbus, Ohio.
Holding the umbrella for him.
Oh yeah, he's like a knight.
Yeah.
Of the round or the queen, the castle. I don't know.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, very distinguished, Joe.
Kenny was frying, I guess, in like the middle of nowhere, just dropping bombs.
Are you surprised?
No, but that's gotta be pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, just playing in the back of the Hummer, just getting absolutely twisted. But the fist bumps are out from the players. I think it is ready to rock and roll. Thank you for your patience at home. Mack getting ready to load up. We're gonna kick things off on HyDra.
We're getting wet, baby.
Oh, we love to get wet, Joe. 4-4 record you see for the Ravens. 2-7 on the other side for Røkkr. You can see last in break percentage for London, but the high rotation percentage probably a reason they're sitting at 4-4.
Yeah, I mean, and that can be HyDra. You know, we saw yesterday with Atlanta FaZe, just the way that this map has developed. Teams are getting better and better at these long holes, just pushing out those spawns, especially around P3. But we'll see what London can do. Big focus on rotation for them.
Afro, just getting wet early on. Now ready to pop up and fry. One right above, just trying to connect, hits the shots. Nate on through and just evading the shots for now. His teammate Fame will be able to lock one down as we get the focus around the point.
Yeah, we'll try to work on the audio for you guys, get that in sync. But yeah, Afro right now, just pushing things out, locking this down. He's got his teammates watching over him. Fame there, 3-0 start for him. Nice early time, but on that rotation is going to be Scrapz, the first one up, just lock it down the middle of the map, trying to get on through, but at least with that kill, they can push now through P1.
Afro just waiting to pop. Time something with the way of Ravens as they make this rally. Just tucked away to pop it now. Looking for the chow. New hard points going to pop. 3 kills through for Røkkr. Cammy a part of 2 of those, but Asim with a quick answer back with 2 and able to get away with his life. So a nice play from Asim, at least to keep a presence here.
No, 100%. I mean, you don't allow them to get top dome control. Now your teammates can flood. The nades are in. There's no trophy on it. And yeah, that starts with Asim, and he plays his life. He leads to that break. He hits the water route. Well, he's able to push things out. We talked about them being last in break percentage, but that's a big one out of a team in London Royal.
Yeah, what, 2 before and then 2 at the end of it. I think that's like a 4 spree there.
That's 4. 2 plus 2 is 4.
Yeah, the math. Thank you, Joe, as he is stepping up there. And I needed that from Father Joe.
I got you. Got to get you locked in. Sometimes we got to warm up.
Yeah. But no, I mean, just that sequence to get forward and get the break. Absolutely brilliant from the scene. But look at it, basically a tie game. One-on-one fight to the point. And now we'll take a look at the rotation with 5 seconds left. You see at number 8 and Cammy, locked in and loaded, watching the back. It's going to be Afro. It's looking for this next big fight. It's going to be Nastie taking the one-on-one with Afro in the back.
And this is a big kill here for Afro to try and stay alive. Just look at 7 and 5. Bance and Fame are so far pushed out. But if that spawn is available in the back, that is where London will spawn on up. So now this is where P3 gets a little bit crazy, gets very hectic with these close spawns.
Got the numbers here again. Another potential break. Fame's able to lock down 2. Fame makes it 3. Fame locks it down, and maybe another chance for aBeZy to have some sort of individual play, but this time they shut it down. So Røkkr will get inside, start to rally this time.
I mean, that is insane, the timing, because Cammy actually spawns up behind them while they were going for that break. So Cammy, I mean, but that all starts with Fame, as he's able to stay alive. You felt like London was going to get another big break there, but Minnesota Røkkr able to hold on. Now a lead right around 30 points. He's going to rotate over towards P4. aBeZy's going to be the first man in, and he's going to win that first gunfight.
Oh, we see what he's done when he's trying to make the breaks. What can he... Okay, well, he's not going to do anything. He's going to get set up early because he's going to get picked, and he will be spawning out with his teammates. The race now across. First into the point will be Røkkr. Bance going to be the point man here to try to apply the pressure. Maybe get a little bit of a flank. Looking to wrap around the backside and make the play. Trying to crack him wide open, but just able to take down 1 before the trade is in.
Able to find 1, but again, that allows Afro now to go for this pinch. This has just not been a very clean game. Both of these teams, break after break, you can have good spawns, but nobody on the hill. Immediate broken control for Scrapz. He's just going to play his life. There's not been a lot of time earned here.
Well, sometimes you have 2 teams that, I don't know, haven't been playing all that well within the course of the league, haven't been great hardpoint teams by any stretch. It's going to be a little bit messy. And Joe, when it is a bit messy, what's like the biggest maybe key to victory for you in that type of game mode? Or that type of game?
Well, I think it's always those first set of kills, because that's when you can kind of clean things up, especially on a map like HyDra, like what we just saw. If that first set comes in for Røkkr or London, that's when you can get the setup that, you know, that is going to earn you a ton of time. But there was always 1 left. Like even aBeZy at P2 when we had that break, leaving 1 alive can always be a little bit dangerous.
Just kind of focus on the kills a bit and just make it easier on yourselves. And we'll see if either team is able to do that, but you're still looking at approximately 30-point advantage for Røkkr. Gunfight up to Cammy, and it's just going to be 1 for now. Fighting around the point, but nobody into it yet. Now it'll be Nastie that's able to transition and get in for some time. Bance just waiting to take the fight. That'll knock knock Nastie out of it. 3 kills through for Røkkr. How long can he hold on to this? Still the 1 player that's lurking around. It's aBeZy again. That's the last guy up, but they're able to clean it up.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be thinking if Afro, he was 3-10 coming into this hill, and you're winning by 40 points. If he gets going, what does this game look like? Because you have a very even side of London. Everyone 9 or 10 kills. But when it's come down to those breaks, come down to holding spawns, it's been Minnesota Røkkr.
Yeah, but maybe like having Fame kind of pop off at 15-9's got to feel good, because you know he's got to be kind of the energizer bunny for this team. The guy coming in from Challengers trying to get them ramped and loaded. Can he keep it going within this map? But as the next hard point is in, I see him inside. Looking for the gunfights, catching a nade.
Yeah, maybe a chance here. You can see the way that Minnesota Røkkr are playing this. Cammy's gonna win that gunfight, and now Bance is on that pinch, but Nastie picks it up. Side, top dome, a lot of time being earned here. The rest of Minnesota trying to get push out. Again, it starts with Fame. But the setup right now just a little bit too strong, but Cammy gets on through, and now the people are spawning up. Have to focus on him, but Nastie continues to look over his teammates.
Didier now for aBeZy. Can he be the playmaker with 15 seconds left on the point? Scrapz is trying to hold the window, able to connect it, able to win the fight on the push that comes forward there from Afro. Yeah, lovely snap, but just not enough life left to win that fight. Now aBeZy's Steady coming into play, trying to chain it together. Will end up dropping, I believe, to Cammy. 10 seconds now separating these 2 squads. Next hard point up, Ravens with the rotation early setup.
I mean, a wonderful P1 out of London to get themselves right back into the game, and then you turn that into a rotation over towards P2. You had someone top dome. So early time going their way. Nastie is going to spawn out. Bance is going to read that. So now it's just down to a couple of players. Røkkr, the big break here. Scrapz is just trying to play a corner and play his life, but that is going to be London out of the hill.
Basically all square. aBeZy with some lovely shots. Can he make an impact once again? That was late in the hard point, but a chance to play spoiler for these remaining seconds.
Right now.
Yeah, Fame is just continuing to pop off. 21 now in the mode. In this game 1, leading the way across all players. Yeah, I love to see that for the young man.
It's these multi-kills. It's on the hill as well. It's on the hill. I mean, he's finding them. You saw it, you know, on that first rotation. Able to do it right there as well. Just every single time they need someone to hold on to the hill, it has been Fame up to 22 kills, but still a very close game between these two. 20 points the difference. Still a very balanced effort on the side of the London Royal Ravens, but this is where Røkkr were able to grow their lead last time through.
The team kill comes in from Bance. And then a flurry from either side of it. Trophy out now for Fame. What a map he has had. Can he stay up? Not going to happen. It's a two-piece from the other youngster. That'll be Yuli. Throwing into the fray. Good awareness there from Cammy. He's going to hit the stun, so he wants to fly, but it's Scrapz holding the outer edge, and a nice little collection of kills there for Royal Ravens. But as the team is caught spreading, how much of this time are they continue to hold on to? They get the rest of it. They'll be back out in front, and kind of expected this series to be a tight one. That has been the case so far, but your question about Afro, it stayed about the same.
Yeah, really struggling here, but a chance here for Minnesota Røkkr, maybe to have this P4 control they weren't able to find last time through, but there's one more player. That is going to be Yuli, who finds that kill. So again, you have this stalemate on both sides. No one with real spawn control or hill control. Afro goes for a swim, able to find one, and maybe with that, never mind. There's another trade from London, so no one on the hill. This is crazy to see.
Well, I mean, you've got 2 minutes remaining in the game. Like, there's been so much contested time or players not in the point. You can see that play clock continue to dwindle, and it's not often this title that comes into play, but potentially a chance here if people aren't able to lock it down. But Royal Ravens, they are down 20. They're trying to soar right on back into this one. Let's hop to elicit him with the Royal Ravens.
I can't. Okay, we're good. He pinched back door. Yeah, pinch. Back door. I don't see back door. Yo, back door. I'm stunning on. I'm talking I don't see him, guys. I'm on the plot hiding. He's gonna try and play the plot. Yo, listen, I'm gonna pinch Stella. Back door dead. Yo, stay alive. I'm gonna pinch Flowers. Stay alive. Time, guys. One's front door time. No, he is a plot. He's on time. He's on time. Low right. Low enemy. One shot back. I'm spawning in the back. I'm hard. That's spawning in. We need to get the kills in the back. Get us go off time, guys. Yep, we do indeed. I don't see anything server. I'm gonna head back door here. I'm going front door. Back door dead. Back server dead. Nice, good job. Are you Fires here. Missing Cammy. Ben is ruined. No health. No, Cammy, no health. Get in the hill with him. Yo, one small and Jim. Small. Okay, small me. Get you small. Beat on Cammy. Look at your front. I got you small. I have you back door. He's in front of me. Make him push. I'll be on hell. I need it for you. I'm gonna pitch around right. I think ruins. I'll pitch. I got a shot from beat on somewhere. Ruins that. I'm getting out. Underwater on you. He's on you, bro. Nice. We got Spawning 10, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna take right. Server. No, how many shots? They spawn flowers. And top down, one's on. Yo, top down one shot. He's out to broken. He's left side shot. He's top broken. Yo, got bridge ready. Care. There's two on you guys. I'm gonna pinch curve, yeah? Nah, one's P4. I have to come back to you. Yo, pinching 10. On bridge. Afro. I don't know where. Beat on, bridgeport coming. Sandbag and bridgeport. Time tag. Stay alive. Behind the sandbags. 2 on 8, 2 on time. 2 on time, okay. 2. I'm gonna hop up our side and kill this guy on time. He's still bridge spot. 2 times. He's holding it. Alright, bridge spot. Bridgeport dead. Barrel pill. Nothing done. I'm waiting. You might be able to see time dead. Nice. Shack dead. Nice, I'm gonna go. Nice, push her. Let's go mid, buddy. Yeah. Nice, Myron.
Nastie hitting the shots as we get near the tail end of this one. Ravens trying to surge on forward, but still trailing down 50. Any big takeaways from the listening?
Well, I mean, it's very good, calm listening, right? I mean, I thought it was pretty solid, but at the end there at P5, there's about 15 seconds left. They weren't able to find that time. And then right there, they're just struggling to break P1, but they're able to get on through. Now a chance here, but Minnesota Røkkr, they have the close spawns for this hill. As London are down 40. Røkkr a chance to put this map number 1 away.
I mean, they got that play clock working on their side too. I don't think it's going to come down to that, but you got about a minute remaining. So even if you mounted a comeback if you're Ravens, that might come into play as well. But now just 15 seconds to go here for Røkkr. 31 up on the board for Fame. He's been sensational, and so have his teammates. Cammy and Bance both able to pick up 2. That'll be all 4 dead, and that should be the map. One going to spawn in the back. I believe that's a seam. Not going to be able to get there in time, and Røkkr strike first in the map 1.
Nicely done for Minnesota Røkkr, but yeah, to me, it's that guy right there. There was multiple times where he was the last player alive, or the pressure was all on him at the hill, whether it was a P3, that second P2. He found the multi-kill with the tack, cleaning up the London Royal Ravens, and Yeah, that was a lot of those clutch moments earned to 20-25 second scrap time. That gives them that lead that they held on to.
I think in a messy game like that was,
you need
those huge moments. Like somebody just pop off, make a play. And even if, yeah, there's a lot of help there and that you're cleaning up a lot of weak players, the ability to just clean them all up, get all the kills, listen to the comms, and handle business. Røkkr, a big map win, because again, they are tied in the race with Legion for that top 8 spot for champs.
Yeah, but look at that.
A notch closer.
Yeah, Bance, Fame, and Cammy all right around 3,300 damage. We talked about Bance and sort of his play. A nice map #1 for him.
No, he absolutely does. You'd love to see that out of him, and who's soaking up the time. I mean, what's impressive too, hill time, 2 minutes and 40 seconds for Fame.
Still can't believe that P4 though, just bolt times through.
Yeah,
just insane to see. Usually we see a lot of time earned.
We're swimming and we're rocking. Yeah.
You love this, huh?
I do.
The new track.
I like to listen to like old school like rock music. You know how I am. Like I listen to like the Guardians of the Galaxy like playlist. Like that's the type of guy I am. So when the guitar gets going a little bit, we're rocking out. Yes, Joe, I'm ready to get into it.
Love that. Whoa! But a lot of big moments throughout this one. That lead right around 30 or 40. Then you thought right here, London, we're gonna get right back into it. There was a break at P2 that allowed Minnesota Røkkr to hold that lead, and that's where Fame really popped off.
Just throughout the course of it, you see the struggling Afro. You need the teammates to step it up, and when you have one player not really putting up the numbers, you see the other three really on full display, and God, you needed that, because I think for this team sometimes that's been the struggle. You know, you have a Cammy struggle, you have somebody like Afro struggle, the kills might not be there, but this time through a map one they were.
Well, as I say, the one player who really has a struggle throughout the year for them majority of the time has been Afro, right? So I think, you know, as a player supposed to be the star of the team, to have a map like that where you're kind of in the blender, but you look at the scoreboard, you see everybody contributing, and you're winning, you're like, there is no better feeling than that as a player.
I think you sort of look over like, thanks boys, I got you on the next one. Like, and we've seen Afro and Search sometimes absolutely take over maps. You know, that Asilo comes to mind versus like FaZe you and I were casting, where he was absolutely unbelievable. Like, he has those sensational game-breaking moments. Can he have some more in the Search? But yeah, to your Bance note, I mean, going back to Major 2 without having a positive KD, I mean, it's a odd conversation because he's not a guy that necessarily needs to always be positive, but good start here within this series.
Well, yeah, just kind of talks about since Major 2, right, that FaZe match, it's just been a tough stretch for Røkkr.
Yeah.
You know, obviously you would love to have a win where he's popping off, because that probably tells you you're destroying someone.
I mentioned that Afro Search back to that series, forgetting that's the one that like kind of feels like it was the dagger where things started to fall apart a little bit. So close to making a run, but Brian Saint coming by with the fist bumps, talking through things quickly and ready to hop into a map too. Probably looking off screen towards Looney, who's chatting to him a little bit, just maybe giving him some keynotes going into this.
I'll tell you what, I mean, you know, every time a challenger player is added to the CDL, you talk about Yuli, you talk about Fame, Ghosty for, you know, OpTic. I love what I'm hearing from the comms, because, you know, obviously a lot of focus has been on Ghosty and their success, but even just what we heard from Yuli there, just very calm, right? What are we doing here? I'm going to hit this. Let's make sure we're picking this stuff up. And that just goes like, I mean, back in the day, when a younger player was joining the team, they were always like yelling, maybe a little too twisted, and it was like, whoa, relax, but a lot better now.
The funniest part in that listening for me, though, is when I forget who it was like, we have to get the player out of the point, and Scrapz just like, indeed we do.
Indeed we do.
I don't know why, like, just the way he like said it, I don't know, I was so good. Have you died? Indeed we do.
That's a fact. That's how you win hardpoint. You get on the hill.
Oh, amazing.
You get them off of it.
Well, look at the records, and you know, probably a reason why you saw Ali so confident in London. I mean, it looked better on the first map, looking better here at 4-2. A ton of reps though if you are Røkkr, but sometimes these majors and with the team changes, you can throw the overall stats out the window. Back in we roll. Map 2 underway. Whoop. Back her on up.
Yeah, you know, we've seen this a lot from like FaZe, right? Having Simp go through restaurant, right? Because the defensive setup nowadays is Early on, it was all about bedroom control. Now it's a lot about middle couches. Watching this cross, because you could just beam someone. So it's about protecting this player. That is your info over towards A. So what our offense has been doing, a lot through double arches, trying to find this player. You see Cammy starting to peek on up. Boom. It's exactly that with that first blood.
It's like you've been grinding, Joe.
You know, I've played some Call of Duty in my life.
I love that. Love that out of you. Now into 3 versus 3 we go. Bance, like an elephant, just sneaking his way on up.
Elephants aren't very sneaky.
He was trying, though. He's just stomping up those steps, though. Now trying to get back there. Scrapz, though, the sneakier of the sneaky elephant battles.
Yeah, able to find that one. Now 25 seconds left. Bomb still has to cross. You have aBeZy in a good position. Love to see him back down there. And there we go. Just going to play his life. Waste the time of Minnesota Røkkr. Because the other two players were running. They're just kind of waiting. They're giving up the bomb plan. His Yuli is 2 HP. So bomb looks like it's going to go down. There's the reach out, though. And well, Fame, we'll see you later.
They get there just in time.
I got a little bit nervous there. I was like, someone help aBeZy, please. Like, yeah, let them get on the bomb.
But the crossfire gets there. We'll see it from Scrapz POV. Dead body, real body. Puts him down.
But a nice trade, right? I mean, Cammy gets that first blood, but Yuli was there to keep it as a 3 versus 3. If Cammy's able to play his life, maybe back on up, that's when things get interesting. It's a much better situation for Minnesota Røkkr.
Until round 2. Nice shot from Yuli and Scrapz, providing 4 of the kills in that one. Gonna keep an eye on Afro throughout this, see if he can get going, but Yuli nearly instantly greeted by a stun. Cammy is trying to soar forward with the Vaz, and he's been slowed down, and he will end up getting pinched out. A team kill does come in. It seems Nate will connect onto Nastie, so you give Røkkr a chance in this round behind that team kill. Then Afro's able to find a pick, so now quickly to a 2 versus 2, and what could have been a 4v2 without the team kill.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, Afro's just hunting Scrapz down. You're hoping Scrapz is just kind of playing a corner, playing his life. His teammates have B bomb control. They're just trying to hit a flank, but the timing doesn't work out. Now we're into this 2v2, and well, this could be a tough retake because we know the snakes are going to be in.
Daddy just going to run out. Stun hit. No trophy yet. Nade might do damage. Able to pick one. Fame! Another shot in. Comes down to Yuli in Afro. Afro struggling the map. One trying to chow here. Not going to happen. Yuli shot on point. 2-0 Ravens.
He doesn't even throw a snake in. He just pre-fires it.
He's like, I'm here.
I'm ready to take
I am him.
Well, 4-0 for Yuli. Yeah. Not what I was expecting.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't snake. What's up?
It's a big deal.
Yeah. Nice shots there to close out the round. Afro a chance to maybe turn the tides of kind of how maybe where his confidence is within this series, but a tough fight, obviously.
Yeah, if he gets going,
not an easy
who
one.
knows?
I mean, he's 2-2 right now, but, you know, it's one of those moments you win that one-on-one, you're getting pumped up. But the 4 streak from Yuli, the story thus far. The big stick for Scrapz, the story in this round early. Hits the stun, hits the nade. Now a little game of peekaboo.
You were playing that earlier with Theo.
I was.
He's loving
it.
Adorable.
I think he loves me.
Yeah, I hope so.
We weren't sure. Like, I was worried Joe's son might be scared of me because I'm a giant bald man, but he just giggles when I talk because I'm a giant baby too. Love him.
Pants with the first blood right through the middle of the map. That just opens up B. He hits the second as well. Oh! What a round out of Bance with Scrapz. Makes this a little bit more doable.
Still tough though. With him in the snipe in hand.
He's gonna find a gun.
Trying to find a gun there. Able to do it. That'll be the tack.
They throw the wall bang spawn in. Shout out MC.
Can he hit any shots?
Yeah,
close! Bye-bye, Afro. Your pain continues, courtesy of Maddie. Hit the shots! Fame wins it. Cammy wins it. So after the lovely wall bang, after that, bang, bang. Røkkr take the round.
I didn't think Fame was going to keep challenging. I thought he was just throwing shoulders, but he just kept shooting.
He threw the whole shoulder.
Yeah.
Laid him out.
Absolutely. I think it was just buying time for Cammy to reposition. He's able to find that gunfight on the Scrapz with some beautiful shots. But there we go. But that round starts with Bance just taking the chance, going right through the middle with Deddy popped, able to flank Kitchen.
Nice round there for Røkkr now. See if they can continue to bring it back within this search and destroy. so balanced on the side of Røkkr, basically. Just 2 and 3 and 2 and 2 across the board.
Going right back to
Lee and Scrapz lead the way on the other end. And yeah, to be we go. Bance backing up here quick. You've got 2 players inside with a quick transition over from Fame. Once this starts to get set up.
One last time through is that one-on-one on the flank. That was Afro and Scrapz. You could potentially have that again.
Wrap it out.
Yeah, with all that B pressure, you can see what this does. Minnesota Røkkr have to have 3 players on this side of the map. That opens up A. So Asim with Deddy playing his life, able to find the first blood. Now it's just finesse time, but it's Cammy throwing a couple of snakes.
Yeah, I thought he was maybe going to pick a corner and sort of play his life, try to find somebody.
When you got Deddy popped, you're just hitting everything. Yeah, it's a superpower.
He just flies in, but yeah, after the reset, I thought he might take a breath for a moment.
Can't get the bomb down either, so this is great for Røkkr. Because you're thinking, behind that Asim play, you're going to get the bomb planted, but now you have a full flank. Bance gives them the numbers.
Oh, a bit awkward there at the doorway, but the shot's not awkward. Crisp.
And that's just something I feel like, if I'm Asim, I'm like, what the heck happened? Because you did everything right there the first 30, 45 seconds of the round if you are London. You basically, you rotate all of the Minnesota Røkkr players over towards mid and B. You win the first gunfight, you get first blood.
Get info on 2 more.
You're hoping that bomb gets planted. That bomb has to go down. That is all that round is about.
You should basically have a 3-on-1 on the other side. I mean,
yeah, that's the way those numbers work, yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm Asim, I'm like, whoa.
Well, I guess I was just focused on, Asim's play, that I didn't see what the delay was on the other end of it, at least early off the rotation. But, yeah, maybe a hesitation that cost him. But it was 4 in a row for Yuli early on. Now it's Cammy that's up to 5 and 2, as he's going to pull off 4. Wait, is that the ace for Cammy? No, because I thought Bance got one on the flank. Okay. Oh, they all had 2 kills. Sorry, a round prior.
Slow round again. London playing very mid-oriented. You do have Afro with Deddy popped, similar to what we just saw Asim do last round. And well, there's going to be that first blood. How does he play it this time? Well, he's just going to play that corner like you were talking about. Bance, he continues his great series. We'll give them a 4-on-2. They do hunt down Afro, but bomb planted. Cammy just gonna back away.
I thought maybe enough tags that the nade might finish him off, but not gonna be the case. Cammy's gonna get back to full HP. Now on to Yuli.
Good luck with that.
Gonna get dropped.
20 seconds.
But I think it is tough though. Like when you going back to sort of how you saw Afro play it and how you saw Asim play it, because I think sometimes it's not even just not just a Deddy thing, but in the sense of like you get a kill, you know where players are. You're thinking once you get the kill, they're going to run at you, and it's like I catch a timing and catch one, but unfortunately the timing he got was both still on the heady.
Oh,
like
it's the same as like what we see in respawns. I mean, when someone's going off with Deddy, they're getting a lot of timing showing their way.
Yeah. Like he's just hoping he gets one instead of them being snaking behind it. Like they're flying towards the doorway. But yeah, it's tough. You have to get a feel within the map. But this now what? After a 2-0 start there from Ravens, you got 3 in a row for Røkkr. Cammy now up to 5 straight. Bance 2 in a row, continuing his solid series. Stun check for info bottom bed.
Yeah, a little bit more of a standard round. You still have Bance playing safety net over towards B. Wallbang's coming in. London just playing very patiently. They want to work this A site.
There's just so much glass on the ground. It'd be very dangerous to run around here, Joe.
Oh, it would, yeah. No, they have protective boots.
Oh.
So they're okay.
With the built-in dead sound speakers, yeah. 3v4 now for Ravens.
Still on the other side of the map. I'm just looking at Asim and Bance. What are those timings going to be like? Nastie trying to get this plant down.
Let's try again. No!
Try it to, but hey, you buy enough time, but Afro is there to at least find Nastie. So now into a 2-on-2. But I think Bance is going to win the round here. He is on the flank. Should have this player, and he does. Him and Asim were just missing each other by a couple of moments. Asim, just no time. Bance is going to know it. He should peace out, and he does.
Hell of a gunfight win there, though. But
yeah, it's looking good.
Not going to matter. And yeah, Nastie's just, he's trying so hard to get it down. I thought when Scrapz got the kill, like looking over him, that might be good enough, but it was what, Afro, I think, that got a couple bullets in to finish Nastie off on the plant.
Yeah, what's crazy too is after you get that kill on that player luggage side, you can dive that bomb across so that player bottom bed can't see you. So maybe just overthinking it a little bit there to get that bomb down, but doesn't happen. Then Bance works that flank.
Well, I wonder if it's something like when we swap POVs, like Nastie kind of took the shots, didn't rely on Scrapz to get the kill, and then just kind of opened himself up to the other angle type thing.
That sounds smart. I believe it.
Could have been real dumb too, but Joe, try my best. 4-2 now for Røkkr, 4 straight.
And again, Bance has worked his way up towards couches. This time, though, they're going to watch that angle. Very close to Deddy, but just going to back away and play his life.
Gets across, gets stunned. Nade will back him up, though, and make sure he's not getting chased for the time being. See that number 8 in Cammy? Lurking towards mid. Might be able to get some eyes on players rotating across. It's going to be a seam. This is going to be the first guy up. So Cammy here. There's eyes onto one. Trigger discipline. It's there. Nice job. Making sure he waits to take the shot so he knows he can finish the kill.
And yet, again, with that, Bance is now lurked up. Afro able to find that pinch. So this is what? Going to be 5 rounds in a row. I mean, just stepping it up here. Does Røkkr as they take command of this series.
Yeah, they are dominating after those couple of rounds. The adjustments have been there. The flanks have been well timed. Insight, I think I saw him behind. I was going to say taking notes, but probably not. I saw him walk by in the background. See former teammates there, a couple of the guys.
Yeah, it's just where they're scrimming, so they're just like, hey, what's going on in the match?
No, it's cool, man. It's everything. Again, set up very. It's just tight in there, and like it's a nice intimate setting. Players just talking, BSing. It's been fun to see those guys interact. Bance on 4 in a row now. He's the 6th in 3, so maybe he's about to get that first positive series. So far, so good. Within these first 2 matches, so one more round here for Røkkr. We'll see if they can find the first blood to take advantage early.
All right, London finally able to get this bomb down, but it's going to be a 4-on-4 retake, and Røkkr are going quick.
Real quick.
Afro able to find that first blood. It seems like, I was watching the full pinch. Was able to find the Afro, but does he know Bance is there? Bance is just lurked into this corner. He's obviously going to have to come out so they can work his retake. Able to win 1. Plays his life, now has the help of his duo in Cammy.
2 versus 2. 20 seconds to go. Fast plant from Ravens. Could it be the difference? Cammy able to push on forward. Cammy, Bance looking to get it done. Last alive will be Yuli. Needs going to be out. It's a good one. That'll connect. Cammy is gone. Time is dwindled. The clutch there from Ravens to stay alive in the map too.
Nicely done on a Bance and Cammy to almost clutch that out, but he holds on to the nade. You got a little bit more of a standard round there from London. You get Yuli across, the bomb planted quickly.
Well, it's like the quick plant puts the pressure on him, but it's such a quick hit at the retake there that you get a shot if you're a Røkkr to get it done. But
it was awful timing for a Simp because he's watching the full. He was main desk, but he backs away. He's looking at the full pinch backstairs.
And just nice. I mean, it's a simple thing, but just nice nade. Like that's the play you go for. You put it right in between both. You know the time you're playing with on the clock. Even if it doesn't stick, it just hits. You got to peek and hit a bullet, probably.
Yeah, that's where it gets dangerous, though. Is if they're both teams shooting you in this game?
Yeah. Big first blood now for London. They are rallying now. Is it going to be too little too late, though? They're bringing it back within this one, but after getting into the 5-2 hole. We saw a 2-5 comeback, though, earlier today in that Mutineers Legion match, so certainly not impossible, just improbable.
Yeah, it doesn't have Deddy to work with. That B bomb is open. I mean, Asim has no info on it. But even if he plans B, plenty of time for all 3 players to just, run at this bomb.
Yeah, I mean, just don't give him one untradeable kill for free and let him get into a 1v2.
There's lots of different doorways. Just hit all of them.
Yep.
And I like this. He's going to go for early chow. Try to...
Well, that would have been that kill. He gets that and gets out clean. That's that one-on-one you needed. Just couldn't quite win it. That might have been worst case for Ravens within this, but Now you hit every doorway. This will be the push in. Nice, ooh, nice shots and nice snap, but regardless, the third would have been able to pick him up. Only way that goes wrong is if he has gun Scrapz to sleep in the first fight.
Yeah, nice discipline out of Scrapz too. Just backs down, doesn't get caught, waits for a seam to work the pinch. They're able to play that retake, but yeah, London, nice round there to find those early kills.
Nice play though, but like you said from Bay, I mean, try to take a fight right away. Just couldn't quite win it. You had such a nice stretch from Røkkr to nearly put this away. But here we are now. 2 in a row for London, up 1 round. Are we going to a round 11? Daddy out for Muley.
Quick round here. That is a bad stun.
Oh God, it's gonna be a bloodbath.
Hey, it works out. It works out. I thought the team stun was going to come in, but there we go. It's been all around these beast skirmishes throughout this map. FaZe though able to make this into a 2-on-3. Now you have Afro working the pinch.
Able to catch him on it!
Bomb didn't go down. Bomb did not go down.
Oh, Afro! Rinses him! Now I want to see him. Daddy out, tucked in the corner, and Afro with the plays. They close out the round. They get the dub. I thought London had that to around 11.
Yeah, these are the rounds with a newer roster that's changing all the time. Those sort of 3-on-2 situations, they have to be cleaner. And you can just tell, just not on the same page for London in a couple of those rounds throughout that map. I mean, they were able to bring it back, but Minnesota, they clutch on up from a nice, 2-on-4 out of FaZe and Afro. Is that all 4 players with 8?
Yeah,
that's a team game.
Well, I mean, that's what it looked like even early. Like a couple rounds then, it was like everybody had 2. Like it sort of steadily progressed like that. But a fantastic effort, and yeah, I mean, I know it's tough with that site. You talked about earlier, like there's so many doorways, so many points you can push from, but like him just waltzing up without Daddy and just picking the guy off bomb for free.
Well, and that starts with that first kill with FaZe, right? Because you have one more player in there, they're probably picking something else up.
True. It's like, do you play around the kill before the plant then, or just try to get more information before you go for it? I don't know.
Just been unlucky there for London.
It certainly is, and then, I mean, just a nasty gunfight win from Afro. But here we are, Røkkr up 2-0, and again, this is, I mean, I keep saying it because it's like the one big storyline for going into champs is just those points and how tight they are with Las Vegas Legion. Røkkr a map away from getting a 10-point advantage and maybe doing more damage within this tournament if they're able to. Røkkr up 2-0, headed to a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by Monster Energy, the official energy drink of the CDL.
Hello and welcome back. We're getting ready to hop into a map 3 here from Columbus, Ohio. It's been awesome. We got the players here. Joe and I are hanging out at the desk. We've got a couple of watch parties going down, and it's been awesome to see Scump and the boys here hanging out. Some have called Scump the greatest man alive, the sexiest man alive. I've heard that said, but honestly, it's been a vibe. Like, I really enjoy watching it. Probably partially, like, I'm a commentator. I don't always like need to listen to other commentators. I get to listen to these guys have some fun and watch the matches. It's a vibe, man. I love it.
That mustache is glorious.
It really is. Just want to... Never mind. But yeah, it's incredible. You know, it's incredible.
Keep that for later.
Yes, 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 I will, Joe. The Call of Duty League ready to continue on. We're going to Expo. Here for the map 3, Røkkr looking to close it out. Can they do it? And Afro. You see the control numbers he has put up, but Afro didn't have the greatest map 1. You know, the guys kind of stepped it up for him. We'll see if he's needed here in dominant form or not.
You talked about that moment, though, and maybe we just watched it. Maybe that two-piece gets him just... Maybe that was the sort of confidence he needed.
I mean, you and I have watched or played, casted so much of Call of Duty. Sometimes you're having a rough series, man. It's one moment. You're like, I'm twisted again, and you just start frying.
We saw this yesterday from Røkkr. You know, we'll see if London can obviously study that VOD for today. But Røkkr able to win that in a round number 5 versus LA Thieves. It was a grueler.
Well, what stood out to you the most for Røkkr's success?
They just had real solid defenses.
I thought for a second you were giving me a Crowder answer, like, well, they won 3 rounds before the other team did.
I was thinking about it.
He always gets asked while streaming, well, how did FaZe do in the match? Well, we won 3 before they did. Like, Crowder, God damn it.
But honestly, they were just able to win that round number 5 on offense. You know, they were able to work that A zone, you know, quickly a couple of times, but not this time. London, you know, you give up one segment. You have Scrapz watching that top street. Nastie's able to win that gunfight, but over at B, Afro able to open it up. I think he just grenaded his team.
I think he's licking his lips, brow a little bit furrowed. I think my guy's locked again.
Yeah, he's got a great camera.
Yeah. Oh, no! Whoa, God!
Yeah, so Bance wanted to cancel reload there, and you just can't do that. Unlucky.
What an incredible feature.
Yeah.
I think of that, I think of advancing the game.
Speaking of advancing, another tick done at B.
Good one, Joe.
Bance now with Daddy Pop trying to get freaky. Inside the spawn of London is able to find the first, but they're going to head over towards A. You have Afro pushed up as well. On the other side, though, it's going to be Yuli, maybe the playmaker that London needs.
Yuli, not going to do anything. Yeah, no plays were made whatsoever. He just gets tagged up in the side, focused on the wrong side of the map, and you let Bance keep rolling.
Yeah, they're now getting slammed.
They are in the absolute blender. He got a 7 life advantage right now. If you are Røkkr, 5-1 start here from Afro. Give him number 6. Looking for number 7. Bang. He'll hit on that one as well. 5 in a row. Capture going through. Done. Round 1, Røkkr. Bang, bang.
Well, we talked about if, you know, maybe that round got him going. It sure did. 7-1 in this first round. The trap set up. You had both Bance and Afro in the London spawn. And when you have 2 Vaznevs in your face, that is just not a great time.
Yeah, and we haven't seen... you know, listen, we're not casting the online qualifiers. We're just doing the majors and stuff, and we're watching the matches, but like we haven't seen like a ton of like true traps. So we'll hear from the players like, you know, you can really pin them if you get a great setup. And for a bit there, you know, you kind of saw like they had them on lock. Like that did not look fun from the Ravens POV. You were really struggling to get going, but you had to work for that if you were Røkkr.
Yeah, it depends what you qualify as fun. Some like to be pinned, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, both offense and defense.
I raised my hand.
Well, offense and defensive side, Jay, he put in traps, but yeah, it comes down to just usually clean kills with what we saw. It was like 5 or 6 in the feed. And now for London, trying to get an A segment done off the spawn, and they will.
Good start. How can you keep this going? 3 in a row from a seam, and just able to douse around the edge with knife out. Continue to try to soak this up as all these nades, stuns, everything connects with him, but he's still alive. Fame wins a gunfight from the back. A seam drops on the point. and Afro surges on forward. So that'll reset the push that's developing now for the Ravens.
Yeah, but he keeps Scrapz alive here, so this is gonna, force a player or two from Minnesota to have to worry about A and back on up. But you can kind of see, right, the map is very split right now for Røkkr, but Bance is able to find that first kill. It goes right through connector over to A.
Yuli heard the steps and able to get the opener. The stun will connect on him, so he's still just trying to lurk between these 2 points. Just get picks in transition, play his life, just find the good timings and openings, but that time just gets red. Fame holds it, lets Bance surge on forward. Nice job there from Røkkr.
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of worst case scenario for London because you're hoping you win a gunfight, top windows, and then Yuli can hit that pinch. You have 2 or 3 dead. And we can kind of do what we just saw in Minnesota. Did you finish A, get the last segment, and you go right over towards B. They are pausing the clock because the seam's on the B point. Just taking his time as the rest of London staying alive over towards A. While they were trying to.
Not a ton of time left in this, though. Is it Deddy will be out from a seam? You're looking to get that second point at B. Not going to happen. Sub 30 now to go. 11-5 out of Cammy. He's looking for the next fight. Ready to get up the bat. Jumped around the edge. Some nice shots in, but can't quite finish the kill. The stun will keep him back. The nade will keep doing it. You just keep trying to waste time for the reinforcements to get there. But now Nastie and Yuli able to get a kill. Right onto the point they go. B very close to being finished. You already have 2 bits of progress at A. A minute now tacked onto the clock, and you're in a much better spot. Lives even. 11-11.
And with only 1 segment needed, this is where, again, you can kind of keep it messy. You don't have to play for complete map control. You can just jump right through bar, through connector, right onto A. If they're going to push through towards Windows side. But that was a nice job by Yuli. They were actually in a pretty tough trap, was London, but he was able to just sneak on through under the windows. Just took his time, paused the clock, waited for his teammates, so they got B done. But now, it's on Scrapz, just kind of lurking, hoping to find a pick, because the rest of his teammates, they're all off his spawn.
Will the 3 find success? Will Scrapz? A seam with a nice opener. Fame next one up. Not the easiest of fights.
Just got horrible timing. Yeah, he sure did.
So if he falls on the other side of it, you're now under 30 seconds to go. How's this going to play out?
They're just not finding the kills. Yuli just trying to wait for his teammates off of spawn. Looks like a seam's going to take a long route all the way through. Afro is watching that. But again, when you're playing for this top side of the map, you're wasting a lot of time. But here we go. Last skirmish going down. The trades are great for Røkkr because there's only 3 lives remaining. 1 player does get to the zone, but it's a 2 versus 8.
Good luck in this one. Tries to snap back. A seam spawn picked up, and Røkkr, there's another round. They're rolling on forward. You get 5 objective ticks, but after the offensive round from Røkkr, it doesn't mean so much. You needed that round win.
And again, it's these small moments. You could see like what London is trying to do. Like, it's that Scrapz lurking play, right? You're hoping he finds a kill. Before that, it was Yuli on the pinch. You're hoping a teammate's able to find a kill inside of those windows. Then he can go on that pinch. If those plays develop a little bit more, maybe this is a London win. Very similar to what we saw in that search and destroy. But when you're making these roster changes, you're trying to find the roster, you're going to go through these growing pains.
Well, it's a new map, too, which I think those timings you're talking about probably take a bit as well, regardless of having a new roster or not. Probably just complicates things a bit. Fame just holding the hallway.
So they look at double negative. Does that turn it into a positive then?
It might, Joe. I think that's how.
We'll see, because they got to start finding something.
I think that's how the universe works. Afro had that crazy start at 7-1. Since then, not exactly dominating, but Fame in the respawns has been terrific. He was so good in the map 1, 16-9 here.
Yeah, I mean, everyone positive on the side of Minnesota. 1 player just staying on the point, just pausing the clock. Again, Bance just trying to lurk up. Just deal with players off a spawn, just being annoying. And all right, with Bance, Fame's also able to find 2, and they're going to go over towards A. That A spawn is in, and I love this out of Bance. He's just going to cut off the reinforcements. We saw this in their match yesterday versus LA Thieves.
Hello! Already tucked away in a pocket. Thought he had 2, but Nastie actually hits the nade and able to get a second. Streak comes in, maybe keeps them locked inside that top mid-room for a moment. Cammy, just gets across, but the line of sight there for Ravens.
Yeah, London, nice job, especially from Nastie to find out multiple kills there. Get them off of that point, deal with Bance in your face.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't. That point's done. Whew. Love to see it from Bance. Talked about like kind of the KD struggles, not everything, but they've been a struggle for him here, having a terrific series. Almost done with this B capture. They did get 1 point of progress before getting knocked off it on the other side. Bance winning another one-on-one, up to 17 kills for this Røkkr side. And now this is it for Ravens. Can you hold?
You have some map position. You have 2 players out. 1 player watching the pinch. Well, it feels like Nastie's starting to heat up. He's won some key one-on-ones. Give his team position. And Afro, he's going to call on a streak. Find this info. They want to put this away right now. He's got a trophy.
So not going to hit, and the kills go the way of Ravens. Back to square one. You go for your Røkkr. Down 3 lives. Basically everybody coming off spawn except for Afro.
Yeah, just 1 player left on that offensive team. You're going to hunt him down. He's just going to wait for his teammates. They're kind of just ignoring the top side of the map, right? So they might just fly out bar if they have to. Maybe just stack the point. Now this is going to force Scrapz back up. And Yuli, he was worried about the pinch through the defensive spawn. So they ought to get back to this point quickly. 3 players on it.
Scrapz, though, trying to make the play. Think he gets 2 before he falls. Yuli then on the pick as well. They get both. So the tack's able to hit 4 Royal Ravens. You keep the 3 life advantage, and he cleared them off the point for now.
Not the tick, though.
I kind of like the play from Bance at the beginning of that, though. Just kind of stomps around, kind of baits him with the footsteps, and just pre-aims, gets the kill.
So I need 1 more. They don't have, top bus control, so you can see where Røkkr's starting to push down from. Here we go. Afro's going to open it up. That's a submachine. Now you just go. You stack this as quickly as possible. You put the trophies down.
It's
this
zooming.
Might be the map.
It's
this
zooming.
Might be the match. Røkkr with a 3-0, and they take control of that 8th seed.
They take control of their destinies for now. And the scary part, if you're Legion watching this, yes, I know it is against Ravens, who haven't been a strong team, but you look good there in spots if you are a Røkkr. And now you're just praying, God, I hope they don't win more. like how much more separation can they put between them and Vegas?
Yeah, we'll see if they keep that run going. I mean, we've seen it throughout this year in majors. Teams that get hot in the losers bracket, they've gone.
Well, what was their run to 3rd or 4th they had earlier this year?
3rd, but that was through winners.
True. Very different story, yeah.
But you're playing a lot more. Playing a lot more games when you're in the loser side.
Yeah.
We've seen LATs do it. We've seen OpTic do it.
And I feel like Røkkr, though, haven't had the chance to play a lot of games through a tournament to maybe get this new team clicking. So, sure, maybe it happens here. But Bance, who goes 20-15 and hadn't had a positive series all the way back to Major 2, well, that's done. He has a fantastic series. The guy that got them on the right foot, that was Fame. Had a bomb in the map 1. Then the map 2, 8s across the board, really making plays when they needed to, of team effort there.
Yeah, I think it's just a lot of those clutch moments. You look back at the hard point, that search and destroy, nice mid-game adjustments, but then, London started scraping their way back into it. That last round, that 2 versus 4, that sealed the deal.
No, it certainly did, but there's a look at the overall 5-game series and how it played out. Big win there from Røkkr, and now just how much more can you continue on? Can you get 10, 20 more points maybe as you go through it? Maybe it ends there, but at least like you gave yourself a little bit of wiggle room, even if it's 1 wiggle.
I just love looking over and seeing Puckett. He
is
just looking at you. But we're going to take a look at the bracket. Speaking of beautiful things.
Oh, I'm still on camera. Hey, guys. The bracket, how it's looking now.
Were you still on camera? Perfect.
Yeah, I think so. That's all right, Joe. We're having a great time.
Yeah, we're going to see Minnesota Røkkr now taking on Seattle Surge. That's going to be a tough matchup for them. And what up next? Boston Breeze versus Toronto Ultra. Losers round 1, maybe you didn't expect after the last major.
Yeah, I mean,
but it is what it is.
I think 100%, not one you expected, but Ultra probably, if you talked about the 2 biggest surprises from the qualifier, I mean, on the positive side, Legion, on the negative side, Ultra. I mean,
you didn't say a lot of them. I mean, there were, 3 or 4 4-1 teams at OpTic undefeated?
Yeah, but I don't know if anything surprised me more than maybe Ultra. Like, the fact that you're coming off a tournament when you come out and play like that, that's probably the one that shocked me the most. But It's truly unbelievable, but I believe we have the flank with Fame. We're gonna get to the Monsters spotlight. How you doing, guys? Hello?
Hello?
Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? We are joined by Fame from the Minnesota Røkkr. Fame, you just got a big win over the London Royal Ravens. You guys are trying to make the losers bracket run. How are you feeling right now, man?
Feeling good. I mean, that was a big win for us. Get some momentum going into the last series tonight. So, yeah, the team was playing well. So.
Hell yeah, man. You're new to the team. You're obviously you're a rookie for these guys. What's it like playing with these guys? I mean, you're playing with some vets, man. These guys have been around. What's it like playing with your team?
It's vibey.
I like that.
We got good vibes, good energy. It's great.
Yeah, Benjamin Bance is always bringing the vibes for sure.
He's a clown.
Yeah, he's always got the vibes.
He's a troll.
He's a good guy. Go ahead, Chris. You got a question for me?
Yeah, so, I mean, I know you from Challengers. I know your history with the Røkkr Academy. How's the transition been playing with the pro team and obviously switching a role from the submachine gun to the AR?
I mean, yeah, it's a lot. Going from a sub in Challengers, the competition's much lower, and then switching roles and then playing, CDL pros. It was a tough transition, but I'm slowly getting the hang of things. And I feel like I'm getting better with every series, so kind of. Cool.
Yeah, that must be difficult to switch roles and then go into the pro league. Like that's hard for sure.
Did you want to run an AR?
I mean, I've always been able to run an AR. I felt like as a sub, I was always good at like picking up the gun and just being able to flex it. When I was given the opportunity to run the AR, it's like, absolutely, man. I want to run it. I want to play in the pro league, So that was the goal.
The scar is cheese. I told you, Chris. Ben, you got a question for Fame?
Yeah, I mean, so you guys obviously had kind of a weird start to the stage. Won your first 2 matches and came home and really struggled. Like, what was the discussion after sort of week 3 of the matches if you guys hadn't really won one as you came back?
It was just taking advantage of our opportunities. Like, in that FaZe series, we didn't take advantage of our opportunities in the respawns. In the Thieves series, at least the one at the event, we didn't take advantage of our opportunities in the hard point. The one online was kind of a blowout. That was the DoorDash challenge. It was a real one. That was tough. But it's just making sure that we take the opportunities that we do get, and we get them often, and just actually translating it into points and translating it into map wins.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, listen, Fame, I really appreciate you hopping on the couch, man. Good luck the rest of the way. I'm excited to see if you guys can continue that losers bracket run.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure. And Desk, back to you.
Thank you so much. Shout out to the flank in chat. How nice are Ben J's shoes this weekend? Primo, Ben. Please. We got Joey D here replacing Out. She's going over to the Belong Arenas. Joey, you just cast this matchup, but can we start here with the Fame discussion? Because the guy came in, he dropped a 30 bomb in their first hard point. He seemed to be rotating better than any anchor AR I've watched on day 2. What did you see from the kid?
Well, I mean, just those clutch plays in the moment right on those hills, right? I think we talked about it during the cast, but, I mean, he probably won, 40 to 60 seconds for that team, and that was the difference in the score, right? And he's doing it with attack, right? When those Vases are flying at you, finding multi-kills, that's not always the easiest position. Stuns are hitting you, nades are hitting you, but I mean, I think for Minnesota Røkkr, this was just a series to get momentum going, some confidence under their belt.
And unlike OpTic, they did not struggle. They took care of business with a quick 3-0 London exits. Once again, 9 through 12. For Minnesota, though, this is just the beginning because you have to play Seattle Surge in just 2 match time, right? Sure. So around 7:30 p.m., you've got match number 2 on the day. What are you taking from this win? What are you working on between now and Seattle?
Well, I mean, I think if you're Minnesota Røkkr, you're feeling pretty good if you're winning your S&Ds. I mean, this is a team that if they are able to win Surge, they become extremely dangerous. You look at their map pool and control now, and they're feeling great about Expo, and nobody wants to play them on a CeeLo, right? So you feel like you have that locked up versus most teams. And then, talk about Fame a little bit on those rotations. I think to that P4 on HyDra, like it was literally only him in the back. He finds 3 or 4 kills and then continues that spree. That's exactly what you want out of that guy. We're talking about it beforehand, like Bance and Afro need to be slaying with those SMGs. Well, if that's the way that they're going to be playing, they're going to be just fine. Now, granted, it's versus the London Royal Ravens, but it's something to build upon.
You look at those numbers, a 1.24 for Bance, a 1.26 for Fame, and Cammy beats them all with a 1.4 as Minnesota wins the slaying battle. And that was true in control. Let's take a look at our Scuff play of the game. This is a perfect 3-0 on the new map Expo. Is Røkkr the best team on the new level? We haven't seen everybody play it yet today. These were some clean attacks.
There were. I think if you look back, LADs probably thought they had a lot of chances versus Røkkr yesterday. But, I mean, these are the 2 teams that are well, put into their map pool as much as possible. You know, they have the weapons for it. You have a lot of players who are comfortable running that AR. It feels like they have a good understanding. And as you said, it will be interesting to see what Surge does, because a couple of matches in a row now where Røkkr haven't played a CeeLo, we just saw Surge dominate a CeeLo. Maybe they bring that in later.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely very possible. I mean, prior to Surge losing a CeeLo to Atlanta FaZe, they were on a 5-0 streak, right? So if you check that one, that's 6 in a row. But they did look a little bit human. We saw LAG come back in that map, so it will be interesting how they go up against them. But I mean, this is a Røkkr team that's on fire right now with the 3-0. That could be a dicey game. Surge have looked kind of weak.
2 matches to go tonight. When we come back, it is Breach versus Ultra, Røkkr versus Surge. Still to go, all here part of our Super Friday. For now, quick reminder, World Series of Warzone is coming. It's bigger, badder, and madder, all concluding with a live in-person final for the first time ever. So check out WorldSeriesOfWarzone.com now if you want to get involved, or simply scan that QR code on your screen. And of course, pick up the Golden Blossom. Serenity awaits with the Golden Blossom bundle, Joe. We've got 3 elegant tracer weapons that have both death effects and laser effects. Did you know that?
I did. Thank you for informing me. I appreciate that.
You should get yours today. So should the crew. Yeah. We gotta go to a break, I'm told. When we come back, Ultra Major 3 champions fighting for their lives in the lower bracket could send Boston home. Or Boston looks to play spoiler after this.